I'm sorry that no, it's not. And it's not like I'm like mad at this dude. It's just like yeah, sorry. I've got a
No,
3-year-old. He's learning
you're
emotions, and it's just I just want to mother everyone now, and it's
yeah. I
it's
amen and
a problem.
amen.
It's
Amen
a
and
problem.
amen to that. I no, I mean it's true, and you hit the nail on the head in my opinion about this. That it's not telling that guy you can't grieve so deeply. Like you're like, hey, don't let it hurt your heart that bad. I mean, it hurt his heart. The guy's obviously devastated. You know what I'm? It's the guy's just an example. But to
Right.
say, yes, those kids. I love how you brought up. You said those kids lost too. I
Yeah.
remember after our daughter died, I mean, we were very forthright with all the kids. They were old enough to have serious conversation, right? And so they knew like what's happening. They're not oblivious to it. And so we had to have really heartfelt. And I made a promise I wasn't going to lie to them. It doesn't mean I have to be as brutal
Oh
in
yeah.
telling the truth. There's a way to do that. But at the same time, and I remember after she died and after the funeral and everything else, it was the week after that. I remember we went out to this place to get some Mexican food, and I was so hurt. In fact, my wife took a picture while we were there, and you can see it in my face, like it's like lifeless, right? But I
Yeah.
remember the kids asking this question. We did this thing called dude time, where I determined, I said, look, we're spending so much time at chemo and radiation that I need to bring the boys out, and I need to just take them out on their own. We do something that's just the dudes, right? And we're
Yeah.
gonna have a good time. And if it comes up, questions that they have, but I'm not gonna just use that as another time to constantly, because it's our life. It's in the house.
Yeah.
And so it's everything. It's what we do. So he asked me, he said, "Are we still gonna do time?" And I went home and I wrote this thing and I read it to him and I sat him on my lap and it was a letter to him. And I said, now more than ever. I said, because I know that you're hurt too. It's not just me. That's your big sister. That's the firstborn. She's the leader of the kids. She's the boss. And by a couple years, and they all loved her. I mean, she's amazing. And she's gone. And I said there's a great transference of power too with this particular child because he was the second born. And I said, they're gonna look at you, dude, like you are the big kid now. And he's gonna have to navigate that. He was able to get away with it before. And I said, but now it's thrust upon you. And I said, this is gonna naturally just happen. I said, but I need to be there for you. And I know that you're going to cry. There'll be those days, not just as a kid, but when you get older. And I've talked to him about this, even my daughter. I said, look, I know there's going to be days where something happens and you just start weeping, and your loved one, whoever you're with, that they're not gonna understand, and they're gonna wonder are you okay? And then when you explain it, that it's something that you go through because you went through it. And I said, but it's going to start now. And so I need to be there for you. So I'm allowed to be a wreck, okay? But I need to be a wreck that's a controlled demolition in a way, right? It's like
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm strong enough that I can wipe tears with you and have your head on my shoulder and hold you and say, I'm here for the long run, bro.